Hey now, guys. If you're checking in with me at 3 o'clock right now, then you already know what time it is. It is Capping It Up with Meeks session. And you know, your girl Meeks has been MIA for 3 weeks. Like, this has been a hard 3 weeks for me, not being able to do interview for you guys and not being able to, like, everything else. But I'm back and I'm better. And I'm very happy to actually be interviewing another artist, even if it wasn't an artist, just interviewing again like I used to. Now, today I'm going to be interviewing Bearface Nino. I think I said that right. I hope I said that right. But I am definitely back with We Break Radio. And like I said, if you're checking in with me right now, you already know you're about to be capping it up with your girl, Meek. So I'm happy that I'm going to be capping it up with you guys. So let's go. So I'm going to be requesting him live. It is hot as hell out here. So if you are right now inside the house or whatever you're doing, you make sure you have a little fan on you or it's something, because you don't want to sweat your weave out. You don't want to sweat your hair out if you're wearing hair, because I'm wearing some like hair right now. But I'm just saying, like, you don't want to sweat your shit out. So if you are outside right now, have fun, embrace the air, but also don't sweat to death. Please do not sweat to death. I don't want your makeup dripping off your face. I don't want your hair being out. Hi, how are you?
Hey, what's going on?
It's been lovely. This is my first interview I've done in 3 weeks, so it is. I'm gonna just say I'm gonna mess up a couple times, but it's all good. So I am actually happy to be back interviewing. It's nice to meet you. I know we spoke like hours ago.
Yeah, yeah,
So this is your first interview, so there's nothing to get nervous about. Like I said, I'm very easygoing and everything else, so you'll do fine.
yeah. No, I ain't nervous. I'm chill. I'm just
That's
riding,
good.
enjoying the weather.
Yeah,
A
just
couple of
don't
my
sweat
brothers
too
on
much,
here,
because I
little
told
twin
everybody
and
don't
Shemaine.
sweat. I tell everybody don't sweat nothing out. Don't sweat your dreads out, braids out, hair if you're wearing it. It's all good. So your name is Bareface Nino. I hope I said that right.
Yes,
Correct.
ma'am. That's correct.
Okay. So why the name?
Nino is actually my government name, and for real, my artist name was just my name, Nino Valdez. And
Mhm.
but there's another rapper down in Miami named Nino Valdez. He decent, but it forced the name change because my music was popping up under his stuff, and his stuff was popping up under mine. So I'm like, and I was already playing with the little Bearface theme for the longest, and that's what
Mhm.
all my homies call me and whatnot. So I changed. I like Bearface. In the dictionary, it means shameless. I ain't
Oh,
shameless.
I didn't know that. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So in the dictionary it says shameless. So when you have like the similar name to like somebody else, doesn't it get hard to have your music recognized? Because you did say like it was kind of hard because your both your music was popping up.
Yeah, kinda and kinda not, cause it's like it's almost like I got a feature. Cause I'm pretty sure some of his fans was looking him up and they found me, and vice
Right.
versa for him too.
Right.
So
I get that. So I know you just had like something come out, like self-titled LP called No Features that came out. Because I know you have two albums that came out this year, right?
yes, ma'am. Yep, Godfather
And you had The
Tour.
Godfather, yeah.
Yeah, I was working on that for a couple years. I was supposed to drop it 2019. That's most of my music from like 2018, 2019. But I was
Hmm.
incarcerated. I just did 14 months. So
Wow.
all
So it
the
was
all the stuff
basically all
that's
your
on
music that you did when you're incarcerated.
yeah, before prior to my incarceration, and then the no features.
Hmm.
That's all fresh music. That's everything I did since I've been home.
Most definitely. So it's good to have you back home. But which album do you say that you love working on the most this year?
Definitely no features. Just cause
Okay.
I don't know what it is since before I went in up until now. I don't know. I'm more hungry. I'm getting older, and I don't know. Just my drive for the music made me switch it up a little bit. I ride the beat a little more. I'm with my brother right now. He used to clown me about me rapping off beat in certain moments.
Hmm.
And that just made me want to. I don't know. I ride the beat a little bit better. I try to play with different sounds.
Most definitely. So what's the difference between like, cause your first like album that you made though is the People versus I believe like Nino, your actually rapper name.
Yeah, you said my first one, yeah, State versus Nino Valdez.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So what's the
I did
difference
that back in
between that?
20. That's like all my 2014, 2015 music when I was like first acting like I wanted to get serious about the music. I've always been serious. Like I love making
Mm.
music and stuff, but I never really was going to strive for it as a career up until now.
Okay, so you didn't have that drive until like you came back home. What made you have that drive?
Just because I want a better life, you know, and I got kids,
Mm,
and that's what I
right.
like to do the most, more than anything. So I really don't want to do nothing but make music.
Right, most definitely. So what has changed about you as an artist from your 2015 to now 2021?
You said what changed? Excuse me,
Yeah,
I'm
what
sorry, I
has
didn't hear
changed
you.
about you since? I said, what has changed
Uh,
about you since like 2015 to
I
2020?
say I say it's better the better quality music, way better quality music. Like I found my niche, and
Mm.
and just the maturity. You can hear it. You can hear the growth through my music. I got a mixtape every year from 2015, 16, 17, 18, 19, up until now, and just yeah, it's just the maturity, the growth.
Most definitely, though. Do you have any favorite songs from any of the albums that you made?
Um, I say City Full of Hate. I redid a Montel Jordan sample. I got to get a sample clearance on it, honestly. Don't tell nobody.
I won't.
but but that's probably one of my favorite songs right now because I had fun making it. And I didn't write none of it. I punched in the whole song.
So did you freestyle or did it? Was it just like came like and it came natural?
Yeah, yeah. I did a lot of songs like that. I
Hmm.
write a lot of music, but then I also could switch it up and punch in when I want to. I'm a dedicated.
Most definitely. Now I know you did a song that I heard earlier. It was a Riley Freeman freestyle. And I was like, oh, that's Boondocks is one of my favorite shows back, like when it was like lit. So I'm like, why that? Like,
What song was it?
it's a Riley Freeman, like off the
Oh yeah,
Boondocks.
yeah. I did
It
that.
was actually a good freestyle.
Yeah, I did that back in 2016,
Mm.
2017 ish. Yeah, yeah. I was just playing around in the studio and made it. And at the time, I was wearing the braids, and I just wanted to play with the little Riley Freeman look.
Most definitely, because I was thinking like I've never heard a song that actually was so much like, oh my God, like I actually like this song, and it's about one of the favorite characters I had on a show at one point.
Yeah,
So,
Riley Freeman, my dude.
hmm so as far as 2021 now, like since this weird pandemic is almost coming to an end, how excited are you for this pandemic to be coming to an end and for you to have shows and everything else coming?
Um, it's very exciting. I feel like it's perfect timing for me because I was,
Hmm.
like I said, I was locked up. I don't want to keep talking about that, but I was locked up for when the COVID started, and I had it twice. And and just coming home now and stacking up on all this new music. I probably recorded about 70 songs since I've been home in these little 9 months, and I just got a lot of stuff I'm about to drop. I'm about to drop like 3 more mixtapes by the end of the year, but I'm mainly focused on straight visuals. And
Hmm.
I got a team now. We built a record label, Exit 105B, and several multiple artists just as talented, if not better than me, that's coming.
Most
Vito De
definitely.
Niro, Nige, Saddam, Ush 3 times, VBSYC. Yeah, a whole lot of us. We all fire. They gonna love us.
Most definitely. So let's talk a little bit more about that because I know you mentioned that earlier, and I said, "Oh, you're having a record label." So, what made you create your own record label? Like you said, you came home like been home for 9 months, and you're changing your life. Because most people that are incarcerated want to change their life.
Right.
So, what made you want to come and just be like, "I want to help others, like I help myself"?
Just cause I got a loving family. Like I've been through a
Hmm.
lot my whole life, and they just stuck by me the whole time. We had our ups and downs, and all of us are talented on the music side, and we all come from Exit 105B. That's the James Road exit. We come from that area over there out east, and all of us just been together since day one. We all talented and we deserve it.
Most
So
definitely.
it's just
So how long have you had the record label, or like, and everything else in your business?
uh, we and say that one more time. I couldn't hear you.
I said, so how long have you been like, wanting to create this business, and how strong it's been going?
I've been wanting to do it for a while, but it's hard to get everybody on the same page.
It
And
is.
it's just right now I don't know what it is. It's God for real. It's perfect timing.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's just on it. Everybody's serious, and I know me and my homie Knives, we've been going crazy doing shows, and now we've been wanting to hit the road a lot, and we've been dropping a whole bunch of new music, and I, I know we inspired a lot of my brothers around me, and now everybody's just in cahoots. They ready to do it.
Most definitely. Do you have any shows coming up now? Like I said, the pandemic is kind of over. You don't have to wear face masks or be 6 feet, but do you have any coming up shows now?
Um, I a couple of them are set out a little bit. I was going to do this Pittsburgh show, but I don't really think it's going to happen. But on
Mm-hmm.
my birthday, September 27th, I'm trying to perform in Orlando. Well, I am performing in Orlando, and
Mm-hmm.
this weekend, I don't remember. I gotta look at the flyer, man. But it's this place called Candies or something like that. My homie
Mm-hmm.
Nye's performing, so everybody pop out. It's, it's gonna be lit. He gonna tear it down.
Most definitely. So I know you said you had COVID twice. Like, I mean, people have died of COVID. Like, and off topic, like, what made you, besides being in jail, humble yourself and be like, man, I got to get my shit together, you know?
Right. Yeah, it's scary too because it's a lot of people were dying in jail, like,
Mm,
and they just got us together and they ain't treating us and we got to sleep right next to people. It's messed up and I'm thinking I gotta get home to my kids. That's all I care. I'm out early right now. I ain't supposed to be home till the end of this year.
well, that's a blessing. Like I
Yeah,
said,
definitely.
perfect timing. God just said there was a plan for you and everything else. So, are you an independent artist or are you under a label?
Independent, definitely independent. I
And why
think I
would you like being independent more than just, being under a label?
because that's the new wave. It's 2021. It's not. I heard somebody say the other day, it's not the music industry anymore. It's the streaming industry, and
Mm-hmm.
and all this is about is putting your team together, having the quality to everybody want to be a rapper, and anybody can make a song and that everybody can like, but we, we're talented enough to make a whole bunch of music consistently and and build a career off of it. So that's that's just what it is. We focus on
I mean, this
that.
generation nowadays, 2020, is like the streaming, so it is very true what they're saying.
Yeah, cause
Everything is
yeah, that's where
online,
I was
and
going with it. I almost forgot. Yeah, because the streaming, now it's all about just getting your own fans, and if you got a team behind you, and if you travel, because it, I heard somebody say this also. A million people is only 1% of the world.
mm-hmm,
If you could get a million, not even a million people, you get 500,000 people to listen to your song twice every month.
mm-hmm.
This show kid gonna give you 20,000 a month.
That's very true. I've heard that, so
Yeah,
that's
so
very
that's very doable.
that.
It just take a lot of footwork, and you gotta travel.
I mean, because I have friends that want to be artists. There's some people that I know that produce. So, what advice would you give them if you're there? Like, hey, I'm just doing this for fun right now. Like, what would you say to them if you heard somebody say, "I'm just doing this music stuff for fun right now"?
Uh, it depends. Because I'm for everybody. You know, especially if you're good at making music. You got the
Oh yeah,
quality. That's the most important part. Like, it ain't no sense of sugarcoating it. Some people are good. Some people think they're good. You know, and
right. That's true.
and it's going to show at the end of the day. And if you're good, then that's you need to pursue it because that's going to pay you. There's a lot of money
Right.
in there.
So, have you ever heard an artist that wasn't good? Like, I mean, I've heard artists before that just, I'm like, oh my God, I don't know how to tell them that their music, especially being a radio personality, ain't it. But
I mean, I know it's hard to hurt people's feelings, but you got to tell them. I'd rather have a friend that's going to tell me I got a booger in my nose rather than having one that's going to let me walking around. You know what I mean?
that's very true though. So, What advice would you give new artists though? Because obviously you've been doing it for a lot of years. So what advice would you give new artists?
Keep going, because the more you go, the better you get, and you just gotta be patient, because it's not gonna happen overnight at all.
Most definitely, I really feel
It
that.
ain't happened
Like
for
that's
me
very
yet,
true.
but I know it's going to.
Hmm. Where do you want your career to go? Like when this, like, let's say after a year, where do you want your career to go?
I mean, I want to be a respected artist. I, I, I'm not trying to be like, I don't know. I'm not going to put a limit to it. Honestly, I,
Hmm.
I don't know where it could go, but I want to go as far as I can go. Let's put it like that. I just want to be financially good off of it. I want to be able to feed my kids off of it. That's it.
Hmm.
That's it. At the end of the day, and I just want to be heard by as many people as possible and be a respected artist for my craft. That's, you know what I'm saying, and leave a stamp, leave something behind. You feel me? Whenever my time come and and I'm gone, people still listen to my music on some Tupac shit. You know?
Right.
Yeah, I
So
just
it's about being remembered and respected. Because there's a lot of artists that are not remembered or remember respected but not remembered.
right.
If that makes sense.
Yes, ma'am. Definitely.
So you said you have children. Like, are your children old enough to listen to your music, or they're like kind of young?
I'm working on that. I ain't gonna lie. I make a lot of music for the streets. I talk about my life for the most part. But
Hmm.
when my kids get older and they go back and listen to it, they'll be able to understand me a lot more. Because I plan on being completely honest with my kids and just showing them the right thing anyway.
I mean, honestly, it's the best policy. But you're like, I'm working on that. So,
Yeah.
do you have a lot of versatile when it comes to your music, or you're just working on that? Like,
Yes, ma'am. I can rap. I can rap on any beat about anything.
right? That's the best part about it. I was gonna say, like, most artists I've interviewed say, "Hey, it's not about, it's about the beat. Like when you hear a beat, like fuck the lyrics. Like I could just, it is
Right.
what it is. Like, is that how you feel, or is it just like the lyrics have to be good in the
Nah,
beat?"
lyrics. I'm more lyrical than anything. I was inspired by like
Mm-hmm.
Wayne and Starlito and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that. I love the new ESTG nigga. Yeah, I'm inspired by lyrics, and I like I'm in tune with the street. I like street music, but I like lyrics. That's very important for me. If you ain't talking about nothing, I don't want to hear it. Cause I ain't gonna nah, I ain't gonna lie though. I ain't gonna lie, cause some people just be saying anything, and it sound great, and you know it depends on what mood you in for the most part.
Right. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. I've heard music that has a good beat, but it's like the same words. So that's why I said a lot of artists be like, man, the lyrics can suck for me, but I'm like, no, I need both because if I'm listening to a lit song with a lit beat and your lyrics suck, I'm gonna be like, what the hell? Like,
Yeah, that's what you're
but
gonna
it is
find in
what it
my
is. That's
music.
music
I
nowadays.
got the lyrics, my beat selection is there. Yeah,
Hmm.
gotta check it out,
So
man.
you
No
like, I got the
filters.
whole package.
Yeah, the whole deal. I
So
promise.
you
I
like,
think
you got
that's
the
what
whole
separates
package.
me too, and I can talk about anything.
Hmm. So what is to you, since I was talking about music, what has changed about the music industry now? Like if you feel like it has changed, I mean, besides the streaming, what do you feel like has changed the music industry now?
Um, it's weird. It's a lot of I don't know, but I will say this: like we went through our little time. Like I'd say about 2007 ish to 2010. The music, hip hop was going down. I feel like
It
now
was.
everybody's making great music.
Hmm.
That's what I feel now. Is you could look up 100 different artists on your phone and like that's what it is.
Hmm. I mean, back in that 2007, 2008, that was a good music thing for me personally because, oh shoot, kind of lost them. It's all good. But 2007 and 2008 for me, I was like 15 and 16. I'm almost in my 30s now. That was a good, I guess, generation for me because that's when music was kind of lit back in the day. I don't know what happened. I honestly don't, but I get what you're saying. Oh, shoot. Kind of cut out. It's all good, peoples. It is all good. I think eventually Instagram is going to cut back in, but at the end of the day, though, 2007 and 2008 were lit seats, like centuries for me. Hmm. I'm sorry. I know you probably weren't able to hear me because your Instagram cut off a little bit. So just let me know what you. I said I know my Instagram or Instagram's cut off. I said, but let me know what you did hear if you could hear me. Oh shoot, it went out again. Hmm. I'm sorry. Repeat what you just said because I couldn't hear you. Oh, Instagram really does not like me today. Okay, cool. It's okay, Instagram. Because at times I don't like you either. But I hope I don't lose them at all. But at the end of the day, though, this 3 week kind of rest or whatever for not doing interviews, I love being back. I couldn't hear nothing you said because your camera cut off. So please repeat everything you just said. Oh, man. Like I said, Instagram is playing too much, but it's all good. Like I said, hopefully I don't lose him completely. Oh, and I just lost him completely. That sucks. Oh, that really does suck. Ah, shoot. Um, damn. Don't even know what to say about that one. I'm definitely gonna call him back into the live because man, it's very interesting. I always love talking to artists about music and everything else because it's very interesting to learn about each artist because artists will talk about their type of music, what changed them, what made them grow, everything else. Now, I will point out to people that are still tuned in, the reason why you probably will not hear me on live today is because my equipment's all messed up. But like I said, from here on out, you will see me on Instagram and hear me live on We Break Radio. So it's all good, people. It's all good. Like I said, I Meeks is back and better than ever, but let me get him back on this live so we can finish this interview. Meeks is back, honey, like she ever went anywhere. Where did I go? Where did I go, honey? I'm
I
sorry
don't,
about that. I had not heard anything that you said. Like it kind of cut out, so you probably were
yeah, I
saying a
don't know
lot and
what.
I couldn't
Nah, yeah,
hear.
we on the road. I'm on my way to out of town right now, so I don't know. My phone probably cut out.
Yeah, it's all good, but I know you were talking about 2007 and 8 era, and I said that was one of the best eras to me because I was like a teenager. I'm about to be 30 in about a
Oh
year,
yeah,
so I'm like, music from that point has changed. So I don't
yeah.
know.
So yeah, that was more your era. Yeah. That was
Yeah,
good
yeah.
stuff. Like I just feel like yeah. It depends on everybody's perspective and your age group. You know, people my age be shitting on Jay-Z, and now that people younger than me be shitting on Lil Wayne. Like, so you know,
But they the
it, it,
ones that made the game. So Lil Wayne and Jay Z, you can hate them or love them, but they're respected. So
yeah, for sure. That's my top two right there.
I love Wayne. I've always liked it. Wayne, like Wayne is one of my favorite rappers. So it's like it is what it is.
Yeah.
Um, so what do you feel like you want to change about the music industry? If you could change one thing with your music and your style of music, what could you change?
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I'm looking to like really change anything.
Mm.
I don't know what I want to change, but I just want my me and my niggas to be respected.
Right.
No, I just want us to be heard. That's it. That's
Most
all I'm
definitely.
doing. It's not nothing I would change about rap or hip hop. I love the way it is right now. It's an art to express yourself. Anybody can do it.
But most definitely, I think music is a definite way to express yourself. The way people express themselves, I don't judge them. Like if you're like a little Nas X, or great to express yourself the way you want to. But
Because there's people out here. I don't like Nas X, but there's people out here that love him.
yeah, that's true.
Millions of them. So you know,
I mean, he's living his truth, and I always tell people, no matter what career you're in, live your truth. Do what you want to do. If you want to talk about your life, your sexuality, I don't really give a shit.
right?
So it is what it is.
Yeah, definitely.
So in your career, who do you think the most, and it could be multiple people. I ask people this all the time because I just want to get a feel for like, what people are gonna say. But who do you think the most out of your career glowing and glossing the way it is? Because like you said, you're more hungry, you want to get it, no stopping you.
Right.
So who do you think, and it could be multiple people, for the level you're at right now?
You just gotta be patient. This all it is patience.
Mm-hmm.
Patience. You gotta just wait your turn. Don't focus on what the next artist or the next person is doing. Just keep doing what you're doing and be positive with others and yourself and try to elevate. That's it.
Most definitely. I mean that the fact you said wait your turn. A lot of people don't like seeing other people shine.
Right.
And to me, if it's not your turn to shine, maybe God has other plans for you. But everybody got to eat out here.
Everybody. Everybody.
So
That's
I
why
always tell people, like, listen, if it's not your time, I mean, there was a lot of times where it wasn't my time in radio, but now it is. So now I'm shining
right.
and glossing and flossing.
Yeah,
But
definitely do that.
yeah, most definitely. But what's your next project you're doing? Because you said you're releasing mixtapes. So what's the next mixtape we can look forward
My
to?
next my next mixtape, I'm about to do another one. It's gonna have no features on it. I think I'm about to drop like 10 songs, and then I'm gonna drop a deluxe to it called Values.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just I don't know. I'm playing with my last name Valdez. I'm crossing out the D with a U, and I just made it Values, and I'm about to just
Mm-hmm.
talk about everything that I value for
Most
the most part.
definitely. I like the consistency. Like I don't know too many artists release like a many albums that you are in a year, because I know a lot of people release one album, maybe a couple singles, whatever. But you releasing about four or three or four. It's like go ahead. I feel you on that one.
Yeah, I make music real fast, and I be telling my homies sometimes, like, man, especially Vito De Niro, man, dude has so much unreleased music. He got
Hmm.
like tons of music, and he only has a few on all platforms right now. Don't trip though. He about to drop. I'm about to make it, but ain't no sense of sitting on that shit. You feel me? You never know when you gonna go, and motherfuckers might not be able to hear it. Nobody won't be able to hear it if you don't drop it. If you got
Most
it right
definitely.
now,
You can't be hiding your
don't.
skills. If you got skills, you better displace that shit.
Yeah, ain't no sense of sitting on
I
it,
love new
especially.
talent. I love new music.
Yeah, me too.
So it's been actually entertaining to actually get to know you, because like I said, it's been 3 weeks since I did an interview, and it's good to talk to somebody that's very humble. I know you're on the road right now, so we're gonna end this kind of interview so you make sure you get to where you get to safe,
Yes, ma'am.
and everything else. Well, it's been a blessing. You definitely deserve all the success
Thank
that
you.
you're getting right now. Like I said, it ain't nothing wrong with the struggle of you talking about you being in jail, because guess what? There's people that come out of jail want to do better, not worse.
Definitely.
So I'm glad that you're doing better and actually succeeding. So much blessings to you and everything else. Is there anything else you want to say before like this interview is like kind of done?
Nah, I just want to thank you and especially Richie, man. I see Richie
Oh, thank
watching, man. Definitely 365, man. That's my dog, man. We got to sit down, discuss some business. But I appreciate this interview and everybody that watched, all the homies I seen that popped up and joined on here, man. Extra
Yeah.
love, YB, man. Look out for us, man. We got a whole lot of shit about to drop this year. All of us about to drop.
Most definitely. So before you go, please let everybody know where they can follow you, what your next projects are, your Spotify, your Apple Music, all that good shit, because everybody needs to hear what you got to say, all that new music that's about to come out.
On all social media, just type in Bearface 105B. On all platforms, if you're looking for my music, type in Bearface Nino, and you're gonna get me. You're gonna love what you're gonna hear. And Values is coming soon. Soon as I ain't got no release date, honestly. As soon as I'm done with it, I'm gonna let everybody know on social media, and it'll be out in 10 days. That's how United Masters work. So when I'm
Hey,
done,
guess
I
what?
ain't putting dates on nothing. When I'm done, I'm dropping.
Listen, that's the best part about it. Ain't no release date. Drop that shit. Like,
Uh-huh.
it's
Ready,
been a
ready, ready.
blessing to talk to you. Shout out to Richie for this interview, and shout out to you too. You're an amazing person. Shine bright,
Same
please.
to you, love.
Continue.
100. Thank you.
Much love. You're welcome, and have a great day.
You too. Have a blessing.
You too.